What is it with the Marlins? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies videocast. Here we come tonight's disgraceful game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. As the Phillies lose 3-2 to the Marlins as they blow another lead in this one. But this offense needs to get it going, ladies and gentlemen. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. I mean, I really want to go hard on Archie Bradley, but at the same time, I have to say, we have to do a better job than just pushing across 2 runs against this inept and pathetic Miami Marlins team. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this team is inept and pathetic. I mean, how in the world do you lose to this Miami Marlins squad, which is just insanely terrible? Phillies lose in typical Phillies fashion. Their offense just continues to just be ice cold in these past 2 games. They were ran out for a while, right, going against the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Washington Nationals, which had just absolutely terrible pitching staffs, right? Of course, just terrible pitching staffs on those 2 ball clubs. And then you go down to Miami and you lose the first 2 games of the set in just flat fashion. And you blow a lead here. You know, understand, yes, it was a 2-run lead, but this is just bad. This is just bad. As you lose this series, as you hope not to get swept out tomorrow. You hope not to get swept out tomorrow, but honestly, you probably will. The Phillies probably will. They're just going to find a way to try to probably get swept, right? I mean, who knows? But probably, right? I mean, I am just tired of this. I am just tired of this bad baseball. I'm just tired of it. And yes, I understand we went on another 6-game run. I understand that, but this is where to get against bad baseball team. This is another bad team we're playing. We can't even beat these guys. And let's not forget how we got swept out by the Arizona Diamondbacks in Arizona at Chase Field. Let's not forget about that either. We're not going to get the Phillies a pass on that either. I'm not. I'm certainly not. As we pick up the scoring summary in the top of the 4th inning, Andrew McCutchen, homers on a fly ball to center field, his 23rd of the season. That was a very loud sound, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia, right? So this offense, meanwhile, is doing nothing, right, other than this Andrew McCutchen home run. Of course, it was hit with nobody on base. A solo shot for Kutch. Like I said, he hit the ball hard. I mean, he squared that one up, and you hear the crackle of the ballpark. That was hit very hard. So it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Nice job right there from Kutch. We pick it up. Same inning, Ranger Suarez. Let me repeat. Ranger Suarez has to help himself out right here because this offense just went to sleep, right? I mean, it just didn't want to help out Ranger Suarez. So he has to do it himself. Ranger Suarez, ladies and gentlemen, has to do it himself, apparently, as he doubles on a fly ball to left field the other way. Didi Gregorius comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 2-0. Jorge Alfaro out there in left field, which is just weird, right? It was weird to see him out there in left field because he just can't handle any pass balls, right? He just, everything just goes behind him when he's back behind the plate. Ranger Suarez helping himself out. His first double of the season. Ranger Danger having to go out there and rake at the plate because his boys are not backing him up. How about that? Ranger Suarez, 2-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up bottom of the 8th inning. Here we go. This is around the time I started live streaming as we got Miguel Rojas singling on a shark ground ball to right field. And Gene Segura with the diving attempt came up just short. Brian DeLeo Cruz comes around 2 scores. Now just a 2-1 ball game. So Miguel Rojas, this guy, who's really not even that potent, he'll tell you he's potent against us, I can tell you that. Oh boy, you think this guy was going to win MVP if he played every game against us? My, oh my! I'm just tired of letting him beat us. So it's not a 2-1 ball game. Good player, don't get me wrong, but I mean, he's not this good. I mean, I tell you what, if he played at the level he played against the Phillies, he win MVP. My goodness gracious, he killed the Phillies. 2-1 ball game now. Then in the same inning, right? Miguel Rojas at first base. We have Reese Brinson hitting a fly ball down the right field line. Does it say fair? Does it say fair? It's a ball home run. All right, so that's what happens. I tell you, it was close. It's off the pole. Great job, Archie Bradley. Great job. You know, I was trying to hold back and say, hey, well, you know, I still have a little sympathy. You got to score more than just 2 runs. I mean, this offense has to. I understand, yes, this offense is so inconsistent. But you can't do that. He's been off for the past couple weeks. There's no other way to say it. You can't sugarcoat it. He's been bad. he's been very bad. So he 2-run shutouts to scores Miguel Rojas, Brinson's 8 home run of the season, and it's a 3-2 Marlins lead. Great job, Archer. You did whatever you could to try to give the lead away, and you did just that. So mission accomplished, buddy. And that'll be your final 3-2, your final score as the Phillies lose the series again to the Miami Marlins. As they just are just, man, oh man. I thought those Marlins uniforms tonight. I thought I was taking a look at uniforms that were designed by 5-year-olds. Those uniforms were terrible. Not good looking at all, man. Those uniforms. Those City Connect uniforms from Nike, bad. I mean, the Giants uniform looks like a Gatorade uniform, the way they have that designed. So Duber Elias Butt goes hitless. Pretty disappointing performance out of him. Bryce Harper, that ground ball single to right field, didn't do much other than that. OPS now drops below the 1,000 mark. He's definitely cooling off. There's no other way to say it. It's disappointing. You just hate to see it. I had a feeling that he went down to Miami. I'm thinking like, Bryce Harper doesn't do much damage against the Marlins, especially just joining the Phils, and he just doesn't really hit that well at Malone Depot Park. He just doesn't. I'm like, he's probably going to cool off. What happens? He cools off. You just hate to see it. JT Muto collects 2 hits, gets to start behind home plate, which is pretty significant, right? So that's a good sign for JT. If you're JT Muto, that's a good sign. Back behind the plate with the catcher's mask on, that's pretty cool. Nice to see JT back there. It's been a little while, so great to see that. And Andrew got only one hit, was a big one. The home run juice center field, 23rd of the season. So it was nice to see that out of Andrew McCutchen. Didi Gregorius collects 2 hits. I mean, he had a pretty good night today. I was pretty impressed with him, breaking up that double play in the top of the 9th inning. And, the Chase Utley rule, right? I mean, they tried to, the Marlins tried to Townsend and overturn it and say that he got in the path. It's just not a good rule. I mean, there's no question about it. The only reason why they did it is just because Ruben Tejada broke his leg. That's the only reason why they have that rule. And Ronald Torres really cooling off. I'm not going to go too hard on this guy. I mean, you have to temper your expectations. It's amazing because if he was doing this pretty much all year, thinking like, hey, the guy's not that good. But when you see him have glimpses of him being very solid, you think like when he does like this, you're thinking like, like this is just not good. But you have to temper your expectations and realize, who Ronald Torres really is. I mean, this guy's he's just a mediocre player. He's just a bench player. You can't expect too much out of him. But there's no question he has been cooling off. About Ranger Suarez having to rake at the plate because his guys behind him will not help him. I mean, in my opinion, Andrew McCutchen into the home run. Didi Gregorius collects 2 hits. JT Muto collects 2 hits. Really, those 3 guys were the only 3 guys I was truly happy about tonight. I mean, Bryce Harper, swinging at pitches that he probably should be hitting. Or swinging at pitches sometimes that honestly are way out of the zone. I've seen it's easier said than done. I mean, I'm not a professional. I guarantee you, I want to go up there, I swing with every single time. So it's kind of silly for me, a guy who would just be terrible at playing baseball, to criticize an elite hitter in Bryce Harper. I mean, no question about it, right? You go take a look at a guy that's not really Andrew Knapp. It's me criticizing Andrew Knapp. I'd do 10 times worse than Andrew Knapp. So even him, he was the worst hitter on this team. So it's just amazing when you think about that. And that's why you kind of have to hold back a little bit, because you're like, hey, it's not easy. It's not easy to go out there 162 games a year and play baseball in hot weather. It's brutal. It takes a toll on you. Baseball is a marathon, man. I mean, it's a long season. There's ebbs and flows. It's brutal. It's not fun. It's fun, but at times it's not fun. Especially once you get into the dog days of August. We're already past it now. Right now we're in the stretch of the grind, right? We're in September. The September baseball. And we're playing for something. Even though we're, kind of falling off again after losing 2 straight to the Marlins. But anyway, those 3 guys, honestly, were the only guys that really showed me life. And Ranger Suarez, not getting much help. But speaking of Ranger Suarez, goes 5 innings, 2 hits. Didn't allow any runs, walked 2, and struck out 7. And what does Joe Girardi do? He takes him out of the game. That is what Joe Girardi did. He took him out of the game. Why? I don't get it. Talk about over-managing. I've tried to hold back with another thing. I've tried to hold back with Joe Girardi. I've tried to hold back with Joe Girardi. It's just so hard because he makes these really silly decisions like this, and it reminds me of the Gabe Happer. It gives off Gabe Happer vibes, and it's something that he would do. Remember what he did in 2018, the first game of the season against the Braves. He takes Aaron Nola after cruising through 6 innings. I remember he didn't have someone warming up to the bullpen. Remember that? It was his first game as manager of the Phillies. That was just crazy. I'll never forget that. but I wasn't coming to Phils back at that time. But of course, I've been a Phils fan, true diehard fan since about 2014. But anyway, it just reminded me so much of that. I mean, it's just like, why are you kidding him out when he's cruising? I mean, he looked good. I mean, you gotta stop babying this guy. This organization just babies people just so much. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. And Hector Neris, a nice inning coming out of the Phillies bullpen tonight, striking out 2. He looked very, very good. Connor Brogdon, another guy. He looked pretty good despite walking just 1 hitter. He looked pretty good. I mean, he got the job done. ERA now goes down to the 3.63 mark. I mean, he's been pretty good as of late. And Archie Bradley gets the smack with the lost and well-deserved. I understand. I'm going to go to his credit. He didn't get a lot of run support. There's no question about it. I mean, we should have scored way more runs than just 2 runs against this Marlins team. But he still lost us the game. The offense and Archie Bradley lost us this game. As he allows 3 runs there in the bottom of the 8th inning to blow it for the Phils. So great job, Archie. I understand, yes, nobody's perfect. And of course, it goes back to the point I was talking about before. I'm no professional. I could go out there. I'd be horrible. Of course, everybody's probably watching this video would be terrible too. So you have to understand that too. They're human, but he's been bad. ERA, you want to see how bad Archie Bradley's been? Remember how his ERA was around like the mid to low 2s? ERA now climbs to 3.92. That's how bad he's been. I was on the train of re-sign Archie. I'm now on the plane of don't re-sign Archie. Because he's been bad. He's just been bad over these past couple weeks. He's too inconsistent. It drives me nuts. Not good at all. Not good at all. But 3 outs he collected in that inning were strikeouts. It's kind of weird. But who cares? The fact that he blew the game for the Phils and lost the game for the Phils totally overshadows that. And it should. As 3-2 is your final scores, the Phillies lose another series to the Miami Marlins. As I thought the curse was broken after we took 3 out of 4 from them at Citizens Bank Park in July. But it turns out I am wrong. The curse is back, or I guess it never left. But very, very frustrating. As the Mets, they're really close to sweeping at the Nationals, right? Let's take a look. The Mets, they've had the easiest schedule. Let's take a look at what they did against the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. What did they do? They did nothing. They were terrible against those guys. Terrible. And honestly, the Phils are terrible against those guys too. They lost every series they played against the Giants. The Phils are no better than the Mets. The reason why I'm saying that about the Mets is just because I don't want Phillies fans to get concerned about the Mets. I want Met fans to keep in perspective of what they're doing. They're beating bad teams. The Phillies beat up on the Nationals. They beat up on the Diamondbacks when they came to Philly, right? Not when they went to Arizona. They should be beating up on this Miami Marlins team. But how do you lose another series to these guys? These guys have our number. I'm tired of losing. Another rage video. I guess my watch. It seems like half of the rage videos that I've done have been against the Miami Marlins. This is not like a sweep outrage video. I'm like, but I know this is just bad. This is just so disgraceful. I'm tired of losing like this. This game wasn't even exciting to watch. I don't like going down there. I don't like the noise of the stadium. There's like 2 people in the stands. Everything echoes. I just don't like going down there. We don't play well down there. I'm just tired of going down to Miami Beach and losing. I'm tired of it. Start winning. This team is just so inconsistent. I'm done. We're not making the playoffs. Just start. I don't care what the Braves do. Don't tell me what the Braves do. I'm tired of it. I just don't. Enough. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm just tired of hearing it. Call me a negative Nelly all you want. Go down and say anything you want. I'm just tired of hearing it. I think a lot of you would agree, though. I'm not trying to criticize anybody. I'm sure a lot of you are in agreement with what I'm saying. First pitch, 1:10 tomorrow. Hernandez on the mound for Miami, 1-1 with a 3.62 ERA and a 2-pitch over the Phillies, a opener, most likely. Not confirmed, but most likely, right? So you can forget about the, salvaging this series, right? We're probably going to get swept out, probably wearing the red uniforms tomorrow. I apologize for getting that live stream out a little bit late. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Please show notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, check out the social media, and link this good 6. Phillies hats of Instagram, call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshats@gmail.com. So again, you're watching 1:10 the first pitch tomorrow, the series finale. Opener for the Phillies most likely, and Hernandez on the mound for the Marlins. 1-1 with a 3.62 ERA. So again, you're watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phils. I'll see you guys.